Is it our mentality that keeps us poor? Is it the way that we process things? Or is it the way that we handle certain situations when we're put into the crossfires? Today, I'm going to be showing you 7 things that the poor people do that the rich don't. That's our topic. Let's jump right into it. Poor people watch TV. The rich people read books. How many hours are you sitting in front of the TV? And when was the last time you read a book? How many hours are you spending per day, per week, per month on watching TV? And how many books are you reading? How many books have you read this year? Do you read any books? Don't use the excuse as you don't have time or you don't like to read. Those are excuses you're making for yourself. You need to pick up a book and invest in yourself. Don't wait for others or third parties to invest in you. And if you don't like reading, there are other options out there, such as audiobooks. You guys can go to audible.com and you can sign up for a 30-day trial in which you can read or listen to your first book. Cut out the excuses. Start today. Number 2, poor people buy liabilities. Rich people buy assets. One asset specifically that rich people do have is a business. Most people make their money through their business, or they have invested interest in multiple businesses. Poor people have a job where they receive a paycheck. No one can become rich through having a paycheck. You only get rich through a business or multiple businesses. It's the only place to leverage other people's time, money, and resources. Therefore, your earning ability is not tied to the amount of time or hours that you put in on a weekly basis at your employer. Number 3, poor people see obstacles. Rich people, they see opportunity. The rich people seize opportunity. The poor people get crippled when they face these obstacles and then they end up crawling away from it. If you have an opportunity to come up with a solution to a problem, then obviously you can be rewarded for this. Don't allow obstacles to hold you back or prevent you from doing something that you're passionate about. Figure out a way to go around that obstacle. Don't just let it hold you or cripple you down. Figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, find someone else that you can collaborate with in which you can work together and figure this thing out so you can overcome the obstacle. 2 brains are always better than 1. Number 4, the poor people are always complaining and discussing their problems. The rich people, they grow bigger than their problems. It's always someone else's fault. It's the economy's fault. It's the market. It's your job. It's your salary. It's your bosses. It's the president's fault. Always blaming someone else as the problem when the problem could just be you. The rich people don't focus on their problems. The rich people accept and take responsibility of the cards they were dealt with. And then they determine how they will overcome them. If your life stinks, it's your fault. Take responsibility of it and take action and do something about it. When you take responsibility, you gain power. You take over the situation. You are in control at this point. You now have the power to change. You gain control of all situations. Number 5, poor people think they know it all. Rich people are constantly learning. They always have an opinion about everything, such as politics, sports, the society, running a business, whatever the case may be. They always have an opinion about it. And they always are trying to tell you what you're doing wrong, even though you're the one that's actually doing the work, versus just listening and learning from other people. The rich people are always listening and learning. They're always trying to understand something and learn more about it, especially if they're not familiar with that particular topic. The rich are always willing to learn. That's why they always are reading books, reading magazines, reading articles, staying afloat of the latest topics, the latest trends, and things that are going on within our society and around the world. Perhaps one reason why poor people always have an opinion about something is so they can get attention, and that's not good. Trail, you shouldn't invest $40,000 in that property on that side of town because you could end up losing it all. When was the last time you've invested $500? When was the last time you invested $1,000? $5,000, $10,000? When was the last time you invested anything? So your opinion doesn't count. Remember that your income can only grow to the extent that you grow, as well as your wealth can only grow as fast as you grow. Number 6, poor people are merely consumers, while the rich people are great salesmen. And that's because the rich people are willing to promote themselves and the value of themselves, while the poor people tend to understand their greatest assets or their skill sets and they downplay them. Not being able to recognize your gifts and your assets within yourself can only hurt you and keep you down. Rich people understand the value of themselves and they know how much they're worth, and therefore they go out and they sell what they have to offer. Rich people aren't afraid to talk about their strengths and their weaknesses and what makes them valuable. And they don't do it to be arrogant or to be bragging to others. It's just a fact. Numbers don't lie. While poor people, on the other hand, could be valuable and great at other things, but they downplay them, in which they feel that they are no value to someone else. And they basically view them as basic skills. The poor people don't know how to market themselves when there's an opportunity. You have to stand up and know your value and know your worth and stand up for it and ask for it. It's not being aggressive. It's going after what you want. Show someone else what you want, what you have to offer, and the value that you can bring to them. How much value can you add? If you want to become rich, you need to learn how to be a salesman. You need to learn how to sell yourself to show other people how valuable you are and how much you're worth. You at least need to be able to sell yourself and present yourself as being valuable. Number 7, the poor people have a lottery ticket mentality, while the rich people, they have an action mentality. Poor people think the only way to become rich is either you rob a bank or you hit the lottery, even though they know the odds of winning the lottery is 1 out of 14 million. But they still buy that fantasy of winning. If I win the lottery, I'm going to quit my job and buy that dream house. While the rich people, on the other hand, have an action mentality. Rich people think if they take action and work hard at something, they will become successful. It is up to me, not anyone else. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to take action. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to make myself successful. I don't need to rely on some third party or the government to help me. I'm going to make it happen by taking action. You guys can take action today if you want to become rich. And those are the 7 things that the poor people do that the rich people don't. If you like the content in this video, please smash that like button, as it definitely helps out with the growth of this channel. If you like what we are doing here on this channel, and if you have not already subscribed to it, please click on the subscribe button down below, as well as click on the bell right next to it so you can be notified every time I upload new content to this channel. And if you have a few additional minutes, please be sure to check out some additional videos that we already have uploaded to this channel. Other than that, I appreciate you guys staying around and watching this video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.